students. So all these atoms are classified into 118 types. Yes or no? Each type is called as a particular element. So all these elements have names. Yes or no? Then how do they got their names? How all these elements get their names? For example, hydrogen. Why it is called as hydrogen? Students, all these names, behind all these names there are reasons. For example, hydrogen is called because hydro means water, gen means generator. That means hydrogen is one of the key element in the formation of water. Yes or no? What is the formula of water? H2O. So it generates water. Like that, every element has its own history of naming. But you need not to focus on that point. You have to focus on how these elements are designated as, how to represent these elements. So if you want to check the history, for everything there is reason. For example, gold. Why it is called as gold means we can find the answer in the Wikipedia. Yes or no, students? Helium. Helium is named because it is first observed in the sun atmosphere. So helium, Helios is the Greek god of sun. So it is named as helium. Like that, every element has its own history, but no need to focus on that. You have to focus on how these elements are represented as. Why? Because these elements are participating in the chemical reaction. Yes, sir, students. If they're participating in the chemical reaction, do we need to write the whole element name every time? No. We need to indicate a shortcut. For example, who is the Chief Minister of Telangana? KCR. Yes, sir. Are we saying the full name? No. Shortcut. Got the clarity? So in this video, we'll focus on what are symbols, how do they get their symbols. For example, gold. Gold symbol is it G or GO? No, gold symbol is AU. Why? So what are the origins of these symbols? How do elements get their symbols? Everything, as well as chemical formula also. About the chemical formula, very important discussion we'll discuss in this video. So let's start the discussion, students. So students, if you want to define the symbol, the shorthand representation of an element is called a symbol. The shortcut representation. Yes or no? For example, hydrogen. Hydrogen starts with H. So what is the symbol of hydrogen? H. That's it. That simple it is. Like helium. Helium also starts with H. So can we assign H for helium also? No. In that case, what to do? According to the rules of IUPAC, International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, students, first letter always capital starts with, and the second letter, it can be the second letter in the element symbol or the most prominent letter. It can be anything already assigned. You need not assign the symbols already given. So helium symbol is H. Remember, if first letter is capital, second letter always small letter. Got the clarity? Simple. So in general, the first letter in the element spelling is the symbol of that element, or the second letter, or the most prominent letter. But one thing is clear, the first letter is always capital, second letter always small letter, lowercase. First letter uppercase, second letter lowercase. Got the clarity? So students, let's see some examples. Carbon. Carbon symbol is C. Chlorine. Chlorine also starts with C. So can we write C for chlorine also? No. So Cl is chlorine, not Ch, not the second letter. The most prominent letter, in the meaning most sounding letter, that's it. So Cl, and remember, the first letter is capital, second letter is always small. Next, chromium is Cr. Sir, why only Cr? I want to represent it Ch. No, IUPAC, according to the IUPAC, is already the symbols were given. We have to follow the symbols, and accordingly, how they gave, that's what we are discussing, students. The most prominent letter. Cobalt is CO. Here the second letter only. Yes or no? Cadmium is CD. These are the symbols. So the first letter is capital, second letter is the small one. Look at others in these examples. Boron starts with B. So B is already given for boron. Beryllium is Be. Bromine is Br. And barium is Ba. Remember, these are the symbols. You have to remember the symbols. At least the first 30 elements, you have to remember all the symbols. And while writing the formulas and while writing the symbols, the first letter is always capital, the second letter is always small letter. These are the simple 2 points you have to remember while assigning the symbols. Aluminium, students, Al. Is it right? Is it correct symbol? No, this is absolutely wrong. Why? Why? Because first letter is capital, second letter is always small. Aluminium. So Al. So this is the clarity about the symbol. So but for some elements, the symbol is not coming from its element's name. For example, sodium. This is sodium. So what is the symbol of sodium? Is it SO? No, wrong. Is it S? No, S means sulfur. Then what is the symbol of sodium? Symbol of sodium is Na. Why it is Na? Gold. Is it G or GO? No, gold symbol is Au. So where these symbols are coming from? That means, students, some element symbols are designated based on their Latin names. Some these elements are named according to the scientist name. So some symbols are originated from scientist names. Some are from the country name. So all these points we'll discuss. So let's see. So some of the element symbols are assigned based on their Latin names. We all know majority of the English language itself is derived from Greek and Latin. Yes or no? So some of the element symbols also have Latin names and their symbols are based on their Latin names. Let's see some of the examples. Sodium, its Latin name is natrium, so symbol is Na. Potassium, the Latin name is kalium, so the symbol is K. Iron, in Latin it is called as ferrum, so symbol is Fe. Copper, cuprum, Cu. Silver, argentum, so Ag. Gold, aurum, so Au. Mercury, hydrogenum, so Hg. Lead, plumbum, so Pb. Antimony, stibbium, so Sb. Tungsten, wolfram, W. So tungsten, it's not Latin name, students. Tungsten name is coming from German name. So these are the based on the Latin names and German names, and some elements are based on country names. Let's see which elements are based on country names. Guess indium is based on which country? So students, these are some of the elements which are named after their country. So names respectively. Americium, you guess the country. So americium is named after which country? There is no confusion also. America. Yes or no? Ruthenium. Ruthenium is named after, students, Russia. So its symbol is Ru. Germanium is named after Germany. So the symbol is Ge. Francium. Simple France. The symbol is Fr. Polonium is named after Poland. The symbol is PO. Students. So these are some of the elements which the element symbols are coming from the respective country name. And like Europeum is EU. So like some other countries are also there. For example, indium. Indium element is named after which country, students? Is it India? The answer is no. There is no element in the periodic table which is named after India. Indium is named after its indigo color, the element's burning color, which is indigo. So got the clarity? And now let's see, some elements are named based on planet names also and scientist names. Let's see these elements. And the elements which are named after the scientist names and the planet names, let's see. So scientist names, curium is based on from the great scientist Madame Curie, who did experiments on radioactive elements, mainly radium. So Cm, Einsteinium, Albert Einstein, the symbol is Es. Nobelium, Alfred Nobel, the symbol is No. Mendelevium, the scientist name is Mendeleev and the symbol is Md. Dmitry Mendeleev is a Russian chemist. He is the one who classified the elements in the periodic table, students, and his periodic table almost resembles like modern periodic table. We'll discuss in that chapter. So some elements based on the planet names also: uranium, Uranus U; Neptunium, Neptune NP; plutonium, Pluto Pu. It doesn't mean, some students will think like this, sir, is this element found in that planet? No, it does. It's not like that. So simply, even the planet names also are named after Greek gods only, students. So they just simply they name according to that Greek mythology. That's it. So that doesn't mean plutonium only found in Pluto, Neptunium found in Neptune. No, most of them these are all radioactive elements, which majority of them are artificially synthesized. Some are naturally found like uranium also. And that's the reason. So student, that's all the origins of the symbols and how do we assign and what are the rules. The first letter is always uppercase, capital letter. Second letter is always lowercase, small letter. These are the only two things you have to remember. So we'll start chemical formula.